This is a bad moment for Rhode Island. We're plagued by leaders who are damaging the future of this state.
Yes.
And what's being done to the bus system is just one of the problems that's happening, but it's an important one. We keep hearing about the record high unemployment rate in Rhode Island. And actually, the bus system, RIPTA, is one of the most cost-efficient ways to reduce unemployment because it helps people get to jobs. It helps people look for jobs if they don't have one already. It helps people get to school and get a better education. But unfortunately, our leaders don't realize this. They're too short-sighted. They keep making the bus system worse. And they've not only failed to improve the transit system to help the state's economy, they actually are downgrading it. They're making Kennedy Plaza worse, and they're putting the bus stops in more inconvenient locations. They're allowing the snow melt system that automatically melts snow to be taken out in large parts of Kennedy Plaza. And there's been a lot of hype about the construction in Kennedy Plaza, but there has not been a lot of realism. We keep getting treated to visions of very expensive-looking changes to the plaza without any sign of the money that's needed to pay for those changes. In reality, a lot of people are needing to use transit. More and more young people are finding that they can't afford to have cars. They don't want to take out car loans and have car payments. And there's been a shift to transit with RIPTA ridership going up and up. But even though RIPTA ridership keeps going up, they're actually cutting the number of bus stops in the central hub of the state's bus system, and that means that this hub is going to be barely having enough capacity. It will not have enough capacity for future needs, and this is exactly the wrong direction to go in. So the plans that are being made for Kennedy Plaza just do not make sense. It does not make sense to start degrading the plaza, decreasing the capacity, when you don't have the funds for all these improvements that they keep hyping to Kennedy Plaza. So it just does not make sense. The only way I can think of that makes sense of it is based on what the rumor that's going around about how the property owners around here, like the area around the Superman building, the big property owners that have a lot of clout, they don't want bus riders here. That's a rumor. The rumor is they don't want bus riders here because they feel that they can raise their rents, they can charge more rents if there weren't so many of the unsightly bus riders standing in the middle of the plaza. Well, that's a rumor. It's just a rumor, but I believe it because these plans just don't make sense any other way.
Taxes too.
Yeah, right. We pay taxes. We pay for the buses, and they are just rushing ahead. They're rushing ahead to do this plan when they don't have funding for any improvements. They don't have funding to deal with future capacity. It makes no sense to rush into it, but that's what they're doing. So is this the way that this state works? Some people want to raise rent, and then a project gets hyped, and then the planners rush ahead without any thought about the future. Unfortunately, I think it may be that's the way the state works. So it could easily end up like the Heritage Harbor Museum, which was a boondoggle where they said and gave a lot of hype about it, but ended up not having enough funding to do it, and it just got abandoned. We don't want to have bus riders just abandoned with a much worse central bus hub for the state. So, the right thing to do on this is to hit pause. The government people who are doing this work for us, they work for the voters, and if somebody's working for you and they're not doing something that doesn't make sense, you don't just let them go ahead because they're in the middle of their plans. You stop, you tell them to wait, maybe this isn't the right thing to go, let's stop before it gets worse, and this is exactly what we should do here. So let's stop this, and let's have the new mayor decide on what to do next. Thank you. With more input from the bus riders.
Woo!